Hello everyone, I'm back. I just had to walk out and get some air because this topic, like you've been seeing, can drive me crazy because people in this country are sick being. Trust me, sick being. So, did you know 50% of sexual abuse children are forced to do it, or the abuser had a weapon? 50% of sexual molesters either forced their person or had a weapon to make them have sex with them. Are you kidding me? 50% of you guys. You guys make me sick. You guys have to have sex with a 17-year-old with a weapon making them? That's all? What? You want me to get naked on camera right now? What, you gonna shoot me or something? It just drives me crazy. Some of these facts are driving me crazy. Did you know most children do not tell anyone, not even their own parents? Even if their parents ask them, they don't say anything. My son is in the living room. I'm gonna go in there. Hey son, whatever his name's gonna be. I've been noticing something different lately around here. Have anything happened? And if he doesn't tell me something wrong with me, I'm sorry. Something has to be wrong with the way you parenting. If your son or daughter did not tell you when someone is playing with your vagina or your penis, let's be honest. Something is wrong with your parenting if your child did not tell you that. Something is wrong and something must be wrong with your parenting. Because honestly, if my child is when I have children and if they do get please hurt me because I will be off to jail. But if my child was getting sexual abuse and he or she did not come up and tell me, I will kill myself because that means something is wrong with how I parent and something is wrong with me. Because I want my child or children to come to me and say anything that is what is doing wrong. Alright? Most children, did you just hear me? Most children do not even tell anyone. What is wrong with our society allowing people to play with children and adults and they not telling anyone? What's wrong with our society? Something must be wrong with our society. Something has to be wrong with our society. Please, tell me. Did you know, and I have a hard time believing this, most sexual abuse is easily noticed. Now, if it easily noticed, why won't you do anything about it? I don't care, look more into wash your fucking child, wash your children more often, wash them 150%. You don't wash them 100%, I will quit my job if there a possibility of my child getting sexually abused. I will quit my job and sock my children. If it's that easy, then why the hell is it not being stopped? Someone has to stop it, and it's someone. Did you know 30% of victims never tell anyone? Never! Is it only me? I'm about to cry. I'm about to have a heart attack. Never! Never! 30% never to anyone. Never. Someone. 30% never to anyone. I'm sorry. I just had to, because knowing the fact that 30% don't to anyone makes me mad. That's the second time I had to walk out of my set. Okay, let's continue. Did you know the young victim may not see it as sexual abuse? Yeah, they don't see it as abuse. I wonder why. Let me just show you something. Sex pleases the body. It pleases you, right? And in the 1 to teenage years, I'm just guessing, this is my opinion, 1-year-old to teenage years, like that pleasing feeling, so they keep doing it to figure out what it is. So no wonder why they don't see it as abuse, because the pleasing is very good. It just makes me want to throw up from saying just make it feel good. Did you know 80% initially deny any abuse? 80% say deny any abuse. It's pleasure. 80%. Why? I want to know personally why they think it's not abuse. If it's not abuse, then why are the sexual abuser not going to jail, possibly? If it's not abuse, then they shouldn't be going to jail. Come on now. Do you know 75% think it's an accident? 75% of people who get sexually abused thinks it's an accident. 75%. You know 20% can't recall? Can't. You know fabricated sexual abuse in 1 to 4% report cases? Did you know 75% are falsely reported by a dog? 75% are falsely reported by a dog. But it's easy to know that. If it easy reported, then 75%, that number will be as high as a false report. You know only 25% are reported by children. Only 25% of children are actually reporting sexual abuse. You know children only fabricate 0.5% of the time. Huh. Here are some interesting things that happen to the victim. Did you know this is what happened to the victim? Some begin to have hook and behavioral problems. I mean, they have headaches, sadness, major depression. That's the thing that I don't get about major depression. I mean, okay, if you are not telling anyone what happened, then guess what? I don't like what happened to them and deserve that the abuser need to die in her. But if you are not telling them, don't get depressed because you're a fault if you're not telling them. Okay, so I'm sorry, but if you don't get depressed, I mean, if you are depressed because and you're not telling anyone, it's your fault. I'm sorry. Don't get depressed and don't be all sad around me because if you don't want to tell anyone, it's your own damn fault. You know why there are a lot of problems? Because half of the people, no one believes it really happened. I wonder why. Because half of them happen to be family members and family friends, so they rather believe the family friend or the family member. What assholes. You know, 70 to 80% of young girls will get into an eating disorder and will begin a substance abuse of like alcohol or drugs. You know, it's 3 times more likely for a girl who has been sexually abused to become psycho and psycho disorder, and that with young girls. Young guys is 70% to commit suicide or try to commit suicide and to sexually abuse others. Did you know 16% of teenage pregnancy, the first teenage pregnancy, are from rape? So all the teenagers, 60% of teenagers first pregnancy come from rape. Are we truly happy with the human rights in America? I'm not. After this episode, I'm definitely not happy with America. Did you know most offenders are 27 years old or older? Did you know women who have reported sexual abuse are 3 times likely to get pregnant before the age of 18? Now are you happy with America? Did you know victims of sexual abuse are more likely to become prostitutes and to have sex a lot because they like it? Did you know 75% of teenage pregnancy, not teenage pregnancy. Did you know 70% of teenage who have been sexually abused are teenage prostitutes? Now are you happy with America? 50% of women in prison was abused by children. As children, I mean. 75% of sexual rapists they were raped. I don't give a fuck if you were raped. That doesn't mean you can walk around sexually abusing others. Did you know 70% of most rapists have 18 to 30 victims each? So one rapist has up to 40 victims. And my last word, an average serial killer molest over his whole lifetime, over 400 victims. 400. Thank you for watching.